Did you know that women process emotions differently than men? Get ready to have your mind blown because today we are diving deep into the world of psychology. We're talking about the fairer sex. That's right, women. We're going to be exploring some fascinating psychological facts about women that you might not know. I mean, we've all heard those stereotypes about women loving chocolate or not knowing how to park, but we're going way past that. We're talking actual science backed by studies and everything. Now, before we jump into this fascinating topic, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any of our mind-expanding content. We're talking everything from the mysteries of the universe to the quirks of human behavior. So buckle up, get ready to learn something new, and let's unravel the amazing psychology of women. Stay tuned for some intriguing insights and surprising discoveries. Okay, first up, we're talking about something you've probably noticed in your own life: women being amazing at reading faces. You know what I mean? That look your girlfriend gives you when you've messed up, even though you have no idea how she knows. Well, it turns out there's actually some serious science behind this. Studies show that women are generally more adept at interpreting facial expressions and emotions than men. They pick up on those subtle cues, the slight changes in micro-expressions that men often miss. Think about it, ladies have historically been the primary caregivers, so it makes sense that they've evolved to be super attuned to the needs and emotions of others, especially infants who can't even talk yet. They had to figure out what that baby needed just by looking at their face. This ability to read faces isn't just some random superpower. It actually gives women an advantage in social situations. They can better navigate complex relationships, understand unspoken feelings, and even predict how someone might react in a given situation. Talk about a useful skill. Now, before any guys out there start feeling self-conscious, it's not like you're totally clueless when it comes to reading emotions. It's just that women, on average, have a slight edge in this department. They're like the emotional ninjas of the world, picking up on those subtle signals that most men miss. And it's not just about being able to tell if someone's happy or sad. Women are also better at detecting more nuanced emotions like pride, contempt, or even boredom. They can tell when you're genuinely interested in what they're saying versus when you're just pretending to listen. But here's the thing, fellas. This is a skill that can be learned. By paying closer attention to facial expressions, practicing reading people's emotions, you can actually improve your own emotional intelligence. It's like a muscle you can train, and who knows, it might just save you from a fight or two. So, next time you're hanging out with friends or having a conversation with your significant other, try to really focus on their face. You might be surprised at what you pick up on. All right, moving on to our next mind-blowing fact. Women have a stronger sense of smell than men. And no, I'm not talking about them being able to sniff out a sale at Sephora from a mile away, although that wouldn't surprise me. We're talking about a scientifically proven fact. Women literally have more olfactory bulbs in their brains than men. These bulbs are responsible for processing smells, so more bulbs equal a more powerful sense of smell. It's like having a superpowered nose. But why is this? Well, researchers believe it might be linked to, you guessed it, evolution. See, back in the day, women were often the ones responsible for gathering food and caring for children. Being able to detect subtle scents would have been crucial for survival. Imagine needing to sniff out the ripest fruit or identify potentially dangerous plants. A keen sense of smell could have meant the difference between a good meal and a bad case of food poisoning. And get this, not only do women have more of these smell processing bulbs, but they also have a higher density of neurons in their olfactory centers. That means their brains are literally wired to be more sensitive to odors. Think of it like this: if a man's sense of smell is like a standard definition TV, a woman's is like having a 4K Ultra HD experience. They are picking up on details and nuances that men might completely miss. This difference in smell can actually be observed from a very young age. Studies have shown that baby girls are more sensitive to smells than baby boys. They're even more likely to wrinkle their noses at unpleasant odors. Talk about coming into the world with a powerful nose. So the next time you're wondering who to ask about a particular scent, whether it's a new perfume or a weird smell in the kitchen, you know who to turn to. Those ladies have got your nose beat. Let's dive into a serious topic: anxiety. Studies show women are significantly more likely to experience anxiety disorders than men. We're talking about double the rate. Hormonal differences and societal pressures play a role. Women juggle multiple roles and face high expectations. Trauma, like sexual assault, also increases anxiety risk. Anxiety is complex, involving biological, psychological, and social factors. Ever wonder why you can remember certain emotional events so vividly even years later? It's like those memories are etched into your brain. Well, It turns out that women might have a superpower when it comes to remembering emotional experiences. Studies have shown that women tend to recall emotional events, both positive and negative, with greater detail and accuracy compared to men. They're more likely to remember the specific details of the event, the emotions they felt, and even the sensory experiences associated with it, like sights, sounds, and smells. This difference in emotional memory can be attributed to a few factors. One theory suggests that it's related to the way women process emotions. As we discussed earlier, women tend to have a more active amygdala, which plays a crucial role in encoding emotional memories. This heightened activity in the amygdala could lead to stronger and more vivid emotional memories. Another factor that could be at play is the role of hormones. Estrogen, in particular, has been linked to enhanced memory performance, especially for emotionally charged information. Women's fluctuating estrogen levels throughout their menstrual cycle and across their lifespan could contribute to their superior emotional memory abilities. Now, let's get a little more technical and talk about the science behind emotional memory. When we experience an emotionally arousing event, our brains release hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which trigger a cascade of events that enhance memory formation. These stress hormones activate the amygdala, which then interacts with other brain regions, including the hippocampus, which is responsible for forming new memories, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps us regulate our emotions and make decisions. This intricate interplay between brain regions ensures that emotionally significant events are prioritized and stored in long-term memory. Interestingly, studies have shown that women tend to show greater activity in both the amygdala and the hippocampus when recalling emotional memories compared to men. This suggests that their brains are more engaged in processing and retrieving emotional information. This difference in brain activity could explain why women often have more intense emotional reactions to memories and why they're more likely to experience emotional flashbacks or intrusive thoughts. It's like their brains are wired to feel emotions more deeply and to hold on to those emotional memories more strongly. We've talked about anxiety, but unfortunately, that's not the only mental health challenge that women are more likely to face. Depression, a mood disorder characterized by persistent sadness, hopelessness, and loss of interest, also affects women at a disproportionately higher rate than men. Statistics show that women are almost twice as likely as men to experience major depressive disorder at some point in their lives. This gender gap in depression is a complex issue with roots in both biological and social factors. One major contributor to this disparity is the role of hormones. Women experience significant hormonal fluctuations throughout their lives, and these fluctuations can have a profound impact on mood. For example, during puberty, women experience a surge in estrogen and progesterone, which can trigger mood swings and increase vulnerability to depression. Similarly, during the menstrual cycle, women experience cyclical hormonal changes that can lead to premenstrual dysphoric disorder, PMDD, a condition characterized by severe mood swings, irritability, and depression in the week or two before menstruation. These hormonal fluctuations can make women more susceptible to experiencing depressive episodes. Beyond hormones, societal factors also play a significant role in the gender gap in depression. Women often face unique stressors and pressures that can contribute to feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and worthlessness. For instance, women are more likely to experience gender-based violence, discrimination, and poverty, all of which can have a detrimental impact on mental health. They may also face pressure to conform to traditional gender roles and expectations, which can limit their opportunities and lead to feelings of frustration and dissatisfaction. Furthermore, women are often tasked with the majority of caregiving responsibilities, both for children and aging parents. This can be incredibly demanding and emotionally draining, leaving women feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and at increased risk for depression. It's essential to recognize that depression is a complex issue with multiple contributing factors. While biological differences between men and women play a role, societal factors and life experiences also have a significant impact on women's mental health. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into another fascinating psychological fact about women. You've probably heard the stereotype that women are better at multitasking than men. Studies show women have a larger corpus callosum, enhancing communication between brain hemispheres. This could contribute to smoother switching between tasks. So the next time you see a woman managing work, family, and more, remember there's some serious brain power at play. Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and that's what makes us unique. Have you ever noticed that women seem to be more in tune with other people's emotions? Well, you're not alone. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, is often considered a predominantly feminine trait. And guess what? There's scientific evidence to back it up. Research has shown that women consistently score higher on tests measuring empathy than men. This difference emerges early in life, with girls displaying greater empathetic responses from a very young age. From comforting a crying friend to anticipating the needs of a loved one, women tend to exhibit a greater capacity for emotional understanding. But why is this the case? It's likely a combination of biological and social factors. Some scientists believe that hormonal differences, particularly the presence of oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone, contribute to heightened empathy in women. Oxytocin plays a crucial role in social bonding and emotional connection, fostering feelings of trust and compassion. Moreover, societal expectations and gender roles likely play a significant role in shaping empathetic behavior. From a young age, girls are often encouraged to be nurturing and caring, while boys might be taught to suppress their emotions. These early experiences can have a lasting impact on how individuals develop and express empathy throughout their lives. Now, while biological and social factors might lay the groundwork for empathy, it's essential to remember that empathy is a skill that can be cultivated and strengthened over time. It's not something we're simply born with, it's a muscle that we can all exercise and develop. And the benefits of cultivating empathy are far-reaching. Empathetic individuals tend to have stronger relationships, better communication skills, and a greater capacity for compassion and understanding. They're better equipped to navigate social situations, resolve conflicts peacefully, and build meaningful connections with others. So whether you're a man or a woman, nurturing your empathetic side is essential for personal growth and well-being. It allows you to connect with others on a deeper level, foster a sense of belonging, and create a more compassionate and understanding world. Next time you encounter someone who's struggling, take a moment to step into their shoes and try to see the world from their perspective. That act of empathy, however small, can make a world of difference. We're tackling a more serious topic in this chapter: post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Sadly, studies show that women are twice as likely as men to develop PTSD after experiencing a traumatic event. This isn't because women are inherently weaker, but rather due to a complex interplay of biological, psychological, and societal factors. PTSD is a mental health condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. Symptoms can include flashbacks, nightmares, anxiety, and avoidance of anything that serves as a reminder of the trauma. It's a debilitating condition that can significantly impact a person's life, relationships, and overall well-being. One reason for the higher prevalence of PTSD in women might be the types of trauma they are more likely to experience. Women are disproportionately affected by sexual assault, domestic violence, and childhood abuse, all of which are highly correlated with PTSD. These experiences often involve a violation of trust and safety, leaving lasting emotional scars. Furthermore, biological differences might also play a role. Women have different hormonal profiles than men, and research suggests that these hormonal differences could influence the way their brains process and respond to trauma. For example, the hormone cortisol, which regulates the body's stress response, has been linked to PTSD development. Beyond the trauma itself, societal expectations and stigma surrounding mental health can also prevent women from seeking help and support. Many women feel pressured to be strong and stoic, leading them to downplay or conceal their struggles. This internalized stigma can prevent them from seeking the treatment and support they need to heal. It's crucial to break the silence surrounding PTSD and create a culture where women feel safe and supported in seeking help. Encouraging open conversations about mental health, challenging harmful stereotypes, and promoting access to quality mental health care are essential steps in supporting women who have experienced trauma. Remember, PTSD is not a sign of weakness. It's a treatable condition, and with the right support, individuals can heal and rebuild their lives. If you or someone you know is struggling with PTSD, please reach out for help. There are resources available, and no one should suffer in silence. In the next chapter, we'll delve into another intriguing difference between men and women: pain perception. Alright guys, buckle up because we're diving into a topic that's sure to raise some eyebrows: women and pain. We've all heard the stereotype guys are big babies when they get sick or hurt. It turns out women really do have a higher pain threshold than men. Think about it like this: if pain were a volume knob, women could handle turning it up a few more notches than men. Historically, women have had to endure childbirth, which likely shaped their higher pain tolerance. Specifically, estrogen, the dominant female hormone, has been shown to have pain-relieving effects. While women might have a higher physiological threshold for pain, that doesn't mean their pain is any less real or valid. It's crucial to recognize and validate the very real pain they experience, both acute and chronic. Alright guys, let's talk communication. And no, I don't mean texting your crush at 2 a.m. We're talking about actual, real-life, face-to-face conversations. Turns out, scientifically speaking, women might just have the upper hand in this department. Studies have shown that women, on average, tend to have better verbal fluency and articulation. They're often more articulate, expressive, and just generally better at getting their point across. And there's actually a fascinating biological reason for this. You see, women have a higher concentration of a protein called FOXP2, which is nicknamed the language protein. This protein plays a crucial role in language development and processing. So, biologically speaking, women are literally wired for better verbal communication. But hey, it's not just about biology. Social factors definitely come into play here too. Think about it. From a young age, girls are often encouraged to express their feelings and communicate openly, more so than boys. Now, before the guys start feeling left out, remember, these are just general trends we're talking about. There are always exceptions to the rule. I mean, I'm a guy, and I like to think I'm pretty good with words, right? But seriously, understanding these differences is important for both men and women. It can help us communicate more effectively with each other and avoid misunderstandings. For example, if you're a guy struggling to understand your girlfriend's feelings, remember that she might be naturally better at expressing them verbally. So, encourage her to talk. And ladies, if you're dealing with a guy who seems a little closed off emotionally, be patient. He might just need a little extra time to process his thoughts and feelings. The key takeaway here is that communication is a two-way street. It requires effort and understanding from both sides. And hey, who knows, maybe by understanding these differences, we can all learn to communicate a little bit better. Let's talk about mental health, a topic that's often considered taboo, but it's so important to address. Now, statistically speaking, women are more likely than men to seek help for mental health issues. And there are a few key reasons for this. First off, let's address the elephant in the room: societal expectations. Men are often taught to suppress their emotions, to be tough and man up. This can make it difficult for them to open up about their struggles and seek help when they need it. Women, on the other hand, are generally encouraged to be more emotionally expressive. They're more likely to talk about their feelings with friends, family, and therapists. This open communication can be a huge factor in seeking help. And let's not forget about the power of support systems. Women tend to have stronger social networks and are more likely to seek support from friends and family when they're going through a tough time. Now, this isn't to say that men don't experience mental health issues or that they don't seek help at all. That's absolutely not true. But the statistics do show a significant difference in help-seeking behavior between genders. And this is something we really need to change. It's crucial for men to understand that it's okay to not be okay. It's a sign of strength, not weakness, to reach out for help when you're struggling. Whether it's talking to a friend, family member, therapist, or joining a support group, there are so many resources available. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. And ladies, let's continue to support the men in our lives. Encourage them to talk about their feelings and break down those harmful stereotypes. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels comfortable seeking help for their mental health. And there you have it, 11 psychological facts about women you might not have known. We explored a wide range of topics, from their amazing ability to read emotions like a book to their strength in overcoming challenges. Thanks for watching. If you found these facts as fascinating as we did, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more intriguing content. See you in the next video.